Good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of Northern Hockey Shack Sports Talk. To my right, as always, we have Ian Weiss. Ryder, unfortunately, he has some more important matters to tend to, so he's recently been kicked off the shack, and we're going to replace him with our new guest, Cody Bailey, everyone! Caribou Cougars alumni!
AP.
So, before we jump into things, guys, we would like to once again thank Caribou Hockey, and also if you're interested in winning a nice ice white hat, if you haven't seen the earlier videos, check out our Instagram for details on there. And best of luck to whoever enters. So let's get on with it.
Okay, well, I'll get into things, and so tell us a little about how you first started playing hockey.
Well, my dad played a lot of hockey growing up, so I think that's where he wanted to get me playing hockey. I started skating when I was 3, and then ever since then I just loved the game. And then I moved to Terrace from Prince Rupert in 2004, and that's when I started actually playing season hockey.
Yeah.
And then ever since then I just took off with it.
Yeah.
He was born in 2001, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, so he's a little young duck. Right?
Yeah. So playing Terrace, you obviously made a bunch of buddies there. I'm not sure, because we've obviously played on some hockey teams together, but I'm not sure if we've ever played against each other. I would assume that we have in Pee-wees or something like that.
Yeah.
We might.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's I don't know. I don't know a lot of.
I don't
Back
think,
in the day,
I don't
think I ever
you
played
would
against
have,
Brevin.
because you were on like
No,
the tier
because
1
I was
teams.
always on. Yeah.
yeah,
But,
because Terrace only had tier 3.
Like, because Pee Wee
Okay,
Tier
yeah.
2, we were, like, he would have been too young to play.
Yeah, true story.
And, okay, so you won provincials with midget Tier 1?
Yeah, midget
Yeah.
tier 1.
And tell us a little bit about that, because I know when I did it, it was the best time of my life.
Oh, you just said it right there. It was probably that week of hockey and the week after the hockey was
Oh, yeah.
probably the best
The week
2
after.
weeks I've ever had. Probably the best spring break I've ever had in my life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Like,
playing hockey with
It'll go
So-
17 years.
Still
17
so
other
proud he
brothers.
wears his collar up.
17 other brothers, and you win a provincial championship, and then you get to party as hard as you can with
Yeah.
them after. That's probably the best feeling you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good feeling. Came short myself 2 years ago. That hurt. That
Yeah, I
hurt
was at the
another.
game. That was tough. Tough bounce.
Yeah, but you were there for that. You watched that one.
Yeah, I watched your brother get beat up in the parking lot.
Yeah, thanks for
Well,
that.
Yeah, no problem.
So, how many years did it take you to win that championship? How many years were you playing for?
That was my 12th year of playing hockey when I finally won the provincial championship. I had 3 or 4 close calls living in Terrace, but when I moved here, I came 3rd when I played Bantam Tier 1, which was pretty cool. And then the year after that, we ended up winning. And then actually, my 2nd year midget, after we won provincials, we actually came 2nd in Fort St. John in provincials again. So I got all 3 different color medals at home.
So you're friends with Jackson Hassman, right?
Yeah.
And he grew up. I can't remember exactly where he grew up. It was Vanderhoof.
Yeah.
Did he beat you for the championship that year?
He beat us in zones 1.
Oh,
That was actually-
because I know
that
he
was
has
probably-
a provincial, like a tier 3 provincial championship under his belt.
Yeah,
With
that,
Vanderhoof.
but that wasn't the same year.
Oh, okay.
That year, actually, I was 2nd year Pee Wee, and our team was like undefeated until we played Vanderhoof once in Prince George tournament in just a round robin game, and we lost them like 8-3. Like, we got like handed it to us, and then we ended up playing Vanderhoof again in the finals. We beat them 10-0. So that's just the way
So
hockey
you guys
goes.
just didn't show up
So-
for the one round, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, later that year we had a playoff in the zone finals, and we had 1 loss all season.
And this is against him.
This is against him and his team. Like
Yeah.
they had Booker Daniel, who played Caribou Cougars, he's playing WHL now. Simon Nemeth, I'm not sure if he's playing. I don't know if he quit or not. They had and Haas, obviously.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had some insane players on your team. This would have been your younger.
Yeah,
This
it
would have
was-
been your older season, I guess.
Yeah,
so
this
you
was
didn't
awesome.
have.
I was.
So you wouldn't have had like Richie and them.
No, it was like me, Timber Lewis,
Oh.
and then a bunch of tier 3 terrace boys.
Yeah.
But no, but actually in those zone finals, we ended up losing back-to-back games to them on their home rink.
It's tough.
Yeah, that was definitely.
How did they get home advantage?
Yeah.
They didn't travel
won
to
the
Terrace
coin
for a
toss.
weekend for league games, so we had to play them in Houston, and we went. Yeah, and we beat them in Houston.
Okay.
But it didn't count as home games for anyone. So they had more home game wins than we did. So we had to play them at home.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it should.
I don't think.
I thought it went head to head.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, I don't. I honestly, that's what I got out of it. Honestly, I think. Yeah, it was fucking.
2 games in Houston. That's rough. I played in that rink before. That's not a nice one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Vanderhoof rink isn't any better.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
Well, what about your hometown rink? Is it nice?
Yeah.
It was nice. It was an old school barn. It had stands go all the way around.
Similar to Coliseum.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to Coliseum. And then when I was.
RMCA, I guess.
Yeah.
Coliseum's so weird because when you're on the ice, the fans are in the front row. You feel like the fans are on the ice with you. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, dude.
Like it's so
Like
like,
ice level?
yeah, it's like it's weird to explain.
And then we built another rink, like onto our. So we had 2 rinks in Terrace when I was first year Pee Wee, and that was kind of like a practice facility. It was a smaller rink, not a lot of stands, but it was super nice. Like it was brand new, and yeah, we only had 2. Like Terrace isn't a very big city, so.
And James White's from Terrace too, right?
Yeah, me and James have known each other since we were 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, so shout out to Terrace this episode. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So Terrace is a
TVC
great place to go play hockey.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I don't know, but hockey is kind of you don't play hockey anymore, right?
No, I quit
So,
last year.
So yeah, hockey's kind of out of your life now. So and you've moved on to a new sport. Let's hear a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I think I started a little bit later playing golf than hockey. I think I started around 5 or 6, just as a fun, casual game to go out with my dad or a couple friends who will play. And then I started liking it more and more and getting better and better at it. And I'm like, holy, I can actually do something with this. So once I actually moved to Prince George in 5 years ago, so 2013.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, roughly 2013, I started playing a lot more golf tournaments, and I won a lot more than I expected myself to win. So
It just happens.
yeah, it just
Luck
happens.
of the draw.
So I kind of thought about it for a while and ended up quitting hockey because it wasn't really taking me anywhere. And after I quit hockey, I got an invitation to the national event down in Arizona. Went and played in that and came 4th. And then that kind of opened me up to a lot of university and colleges, started asking about me and wanting me to come play for the program. I ended up picking University of Fraser Valley, I'm living in Chilliwack, going to school in Abbotsford, and they're ranked top 3 in Canada for university golf.
So that's pretty prestigious. Yeah.
It's pretty good
It's a
team.
good school.
Looks like you
to
took a golf ball to the teeth or something. You got some fucking something shiny in your teeth there.
Braces?
Yeah, big set of
Yeah,
braces
yeah,
on his
braces.
buck teeth. That's hilarious.
Man, it's because he's still a baby.
You guys. Fuck you.
Yeah.
1 year, bro.
So at Simon Fraser, like what kind? Like I know before you moved, you were telling me
You
about.
have me, but University of Fraser Valley.
What's that?
University of Fraser Valley.
Yeah.
Not Simon Fraser.
Oh, sorry. sorry. So before you moved, you were telling me a little bit about like kind of the training programs you were undergoing and stuff like that, and I thought it was really interesting to hear. I don't know if you want to touch up on that. Like I don't know what the differences are between
Like, in
working
the
here
wintertime?
and working there. Like yeah, and what you do here compared to what you're doing there, and like what like how do you like when you think of training for golf, you think of going and hitting 18 holes every day, right?
Well,
Like that's what I think of.
Yeah, well, what I do for training, when I lived here last summer, that's pretty much all I did because we didn't really have any good practice facilities at any courses, so I'd just go play by myself, like go out at night if I wanted to practice and go by myself and drop 10 balls in a certain spot and hit into a hole, and then try and make all the putts and then go to the next hole, play that hole, and then just kind of screw around and work on all parts of my game. And then now that I'm living in Chilliwack, we have our own practice facility, we have our own chipping green, we have our own putting green, and workouts are, I know a lot of people think golf workouts are kind of bad.
Well,
I mean,
like what? Like
I mean, I do everything.
Tell me about a golf workout. Like
I do everything that any other person would do.
20
to try
push-ups,
and get
20
stronger.
sit-ups, and you're a happy guy. Or
Yeah,
what?
And you're in your
Pretty much,
prime.
yeah. But no, we had to go do assessments actually last week to get actually like individual workouts made for us from our athletic trainer.
Oh.
So in a couple of weeks we're gonna be getting those back and we're gonna start hitting the gym pretty hard and see how far that can take us.
Not bad. So like lots of wrist curls and lots of this or what? Like how do you
Yeah.
like I don't know golf?
No, we do everything. We do like bench press, squats, everything that. We do a lot more core workouts.
Okay, fair enough.
So just kind of like stay flexible and strong at the same time. But
Yeah, flexibility's got to be a big one, I would
It is.
assume. So like lifting weights doesn't necessarily help that
it
much.
it does help.
So what do you do to work on your flexibility then?
A lot of stretching mostly.
Yoga classes?
No,
That would
I
work
don't
on your
do that.
flexibility.
That's a good
I
one.
I don't do that stuff.
You want to come to the Shaq's yoga class?
Yeah,
Held here
yoga
every
class once
Monday
a week.
night.
I'll do that.
Aiden gets up here and takes his shirt off, so kind of a show for everyone.
I'm definitely in for that. But no,
You can stop.
for workouts, for flexibility, we mostly do a lot of stretching after workouts. So our
Okay.
muscles are like tight, and like after like a hard workout, we'll go do like a long, like extra long stretch to like take all the acids out of your body from after working out. And I've been there for 3 or 4 weeks now, and I've already like noticed the difference like in my game and just like how I feel every like day in and day out playing.
So how does a golf team work? Because technically, unless you're playing like basketball type thing, you're playing against the other players.
Isn't it just like an average score of all of your teammates?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is this for like making the team or like going to a tournament?
Like I don't know, you're
I
on this
think it's,
golf
like,
team, so
trying
we
to-
So
go
okay,
to-
so I'll say like we're going to a tournament in Victoria next weekend, and we can take all of our players, and we were allowed to pick if we want to be individual or play for the team. So we had our top 5 guys, like top 5 average scoring, like our scoring average, which is like under par. They wanted to play for the team, so our team can win the event. And then I picked individual, the other freshman picked individual, and we have another 4th year picked individual.
How does that benefit you picking individual?
I think it'll benefit me. I've actually thought a lot about it because when I go, this is going to be my first college tournament next week.
Oh shit! There you go. Check that out. If you guys are
Turn
in the
on.
Victoria
Make sure
area.
you turn into golf TV.
But no, I think it'll benefit me for just like trying to like figure things out, learning how to play against better golfers now that I'm at a university level, and these guys are a lot better than I've been playing against juniors. So I think playing by myself and not having to worry about the team as much, just kind of get myself rolling. And
Fair enough. Yeah, get yourself going.
So you played in a couple tournaments here in PG, right? Like you
Yeah.
played in the junior and the men's Simon phase, right?
I won both of them this
You
year.
won both of them this year, right?
First, the junior Simon I've actually won the last 3 years,
Oh,
and the men's Simon I've actually last year I came 3rd, and then this year I shot back to back 566 to win by 10.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Win by 10.
Yeah, it's
no
not-
big deal.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Sound like
In the
Tiger.
piss rain.
Sound like Tiger Woods. Yeah, I only won by like 15 strokes.
Yeah. But no, that was a super fun tournament. That actually put a lot of confidence in myself because it was a week right before I moved down to Chilliwack, before tryouts. So that was a really good tournament.
So for tryouts, is it whoever gets the best score, or is it like does the coach like say you lose by 2 to this guy, but he likes the way you swing more? Like will he
Well,
pick you
it's
or like?
it's kind of both. Like the way he picked the team is he picked his 5 top scorers, and I think we had 10 or 11 kids try out. So we picked our 5 top scorers and then 3 individuals. So the top 5 that he has have already been on the team for like, I think we're losing 3 this year. So we have like 3 fifth years and 2 third years, and then 2 freshmen.
Okay.
And then after that, we kind of do, like every week we have qualifiers. Like every Monday we'll play all together, and whoever shoots the best scores will go down to this tournament. So, like right now, my team's in Kelowna. Just like a 5-man team. They took it the top 5 guys because it's our national qualifier. So the coach obviously wanted our top 5 players, and our oldest guys to try and win another national title. So I actually got the week off, so that's why I came up here this week.
And then, what's the age range for that? Like, you're 18, so would that be to like 25?
We actually have a kid on our team that's 27 that has a wife and a kid.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it is kind of weird. Like I only hang out with like one other guy on the team.
Does he ever ask you to babysit his kid?
No, not at all.
So
No, I would say no too.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of weird.
fair enough. Fair enough. So does that bracelet help you keep your balance on the course, or what? When you're having
No,
an
it's
off
just
day,
like a fashion thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I'm having an off day, I look at it, fuck, I look good, and then start playing good.
Hey, look good, play good, man.
Look good, play
That's
good.
what they say. No doubt. Yeah, I'd like to get back into kind of like your favorite courses. I know you went to New Brunswick for a tournament, and I want to hear a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I went to New Brunswick last month for the Canadian Juniors, which is the biggest tournament that you can get in for junior golf in Canada. It was actually a week before the men's Simon, so I actually ended up missing the cut after 2 days by 3 shots, so I got to fly home early and get ready for the men's Simon. So luckily it's kind of like a win-win for me that I missed the cut at the Canadian Juniors, got to come home and win the tournament at home. So that tournament was probably that was definitely the most special tournament I've ever played in. Like everyone was so
Rooting for you.
yeah, like everyone wanted me to do well. I ended up not doing well and coming home and winning a tournament, so that was probably something a little bit more that I wanted than winning somewhere away from home across country.
Absolutely. I mean, for the Canadian Juniors, is that like so how does that work? So the best Canadian junior players across
Yeah,
Canada,
so
obviously.
in every province you hold
Yeah.
like it's like
Nice.
provincials. Yeah. You hold provincials, like just like hockey, like at the end of the golf year you hold provincials and you give 12 qualifying spots to kids who make it. Like top 12 kids in each province get to go to this Canadian Junior tournament. And I was tied for 3rd after 2 days at the BC Junior Provincials, and then ended up finishing like 13th or 14th, so a couple spots out of the Canadian Junior qualifying. But a couple days later I actually got an email saying that they want to offer me a spot in the Canadian Juniors because I was playing so well. I just didn't score as well as that looked like I was playing. So that was a big lift on my part, being able to go down to this tournament and compete against the best players in Canada, which was an eye-opener, and I kind of knew what I was looking for when I came to university after playing against all the best players moving forward.
Okay, lastly, we're just gonna jump into this little hot
Favorite
minute
course.
we have.
Favorite course. We got to hear your favorite
Yeah.
course first.
Well, first off, we'll do favorite course. You have 3 seconds to answer these. If you don't answer them, I'll move on to the next question. So answer them fast and don't disappoint
Fast and
us and
fierce.
the rest of the city of Prince George. Okay, what's your favorite food?
Tacos.
What's your favorite song? What's your
Me.
favorite hobby?
You said 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Okay,
actually. Yeah.
yeah, you're out of time.
Yeah, favorite hobby?
Favorite hobby?
Golfing.
Favorite golf course.
Skinny Valley.
Favorite NHL hockey team.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Boom.
That's a terrible final answer, but
Boom. Okay.
I guess
well,
we're gonna
we'll
have to
leave
stick
it at that.
but, yeah, I know. I mean, we got to mention the hat.
Yeah, the
giveaway,
hat
and we have
giveaway.
to. So yeah, make sure you guys check out our Instagram. There's lots of details on there for how to win the hat giveaway.
Yeah,
So it'll be announced Monday as to who the winner is. So thanks to everyone who's entered so far, and make sure that you keep trying because I don't
Yeah.
know. So you can get, there's 2 ways to enter actually, through Twitter and through Instagram. So you can get 2 entries this time around. So I don't know, if you're really trying to win that hat, you might want to download Twitter or download Instagram.
Okay,
Go for
well,
2, yeah.
from all of us here at the Shack, we'd like to say stay squirrely, PG.
You